Hey, good afternoon. This is Cody Cox with the Trinity National Holdings. I'm out here on my Friday stroll. It's a beautiful day here in Salem, Oregon, the capital of Oregon. We've still got a little bit of smoke here in the valley coming from those, I guess there's wildfires up in the British Columbia, and it's blowing the smoke on down here. And so we're hoping for some relief from that over the weekend. A little chance of some rain on Saturday. Hopefully knock that stuff out of the sky. But I want to talk to you today because I've kind of been thinking about something. I had a friend of mine a couple weeks ago who kind of paid me kind of a compliment, and I thought that was pretty cool because, we all suffer ups and downs as we go through some things and go through life. This thing called life sometimes throws us some curveballs and gets us a little off balance. But I want to talk to you a little bit about a dirty four-letter word called grit. Grit, G-R-I-T, or maybe you can think of it as resilience. But hold on, I got to walk across the street here and make sure I don't get ran over. There we go. Everybody's after me today, which seems like a typical Friday. But at any rate, we all go through some ups and downs, especially as you're trying to grow a business. You're an entrepreneur trying to get on top of things. And, in my situation, I got two things going on. You almost could say I've got two full-time jobs going on. I've got a day job, which I'm kind of out on my lunch break right now, and trying to do a note business, trying to grow a note business with hopefully at one point in time, the sooner the better, in my personal opinion, the note business becomes so prevalent in my life that I can just say goodbye to this day job. But it takes some grit. It takes some being able to push through things that, come your way and come against you at all times. They say life is hard. Well, it can be. It's this world is built against us, I think. And it takes some grit and some resilience to get through this stuff. So for me, I spend 8 hours a day here and another hour or so on the bus each way because I commute by a transit bus. And when I get home at night, I get home about 5:30 at night, and it's like I'm tired. I gotta muster up a little bit of strength underneath all this to try and do a couple hours of work on the note business. And my note business is now at a stage where I got things happening throughout the whole evolution of a promissory note. I've got 3 or 4 tapes on my desk that I've got to go through. I started doing some stuff this morning early on those tapes. I've got 5 bids to 2 different hedge funds that I'm waiting for an answer back here within the next couple days. I've got waiting for 2 collateral funds files from another hedge fund that I've already closed on about 30 days ago. So those should be coming my way. Got to get those set up with a servicer once they come in. I've got files that have been in the system for a couple months now that we're now trying to figure out how to move it into foreclosure because we can't get the borrower to participate. I've got some where the borrower was participating, and then they've kind of went dark on us. And I spent the last couple nights just paying bills because every one of the vendors that you work with, they help you, they do things for you, but they cost money. And so that's what we're up to. That's what I've been doing, is just going through every sort of stage of that. So trying to push through, trying to show that little bit of grit that I can continue to perform in my note business and grow that to a point again where I can just focus 100% on that. So that's what I want to, encourage you guys all today is that, there's going to be times where you can have some opposition. There's going to be some times when people just tell you no, or they don't want to work with you, or for me especially, they don't have the same sense of urgency that I do. And so, but you got to push through it. You got to keep working at it. You've got to manage your vendors. You've got to make sure that people are doing what they say they're going to do. And if they don't call you back, you got to call them again. And if they don't send you the allonge, you've got to go back and get that allonge from them. And so there's just, it's a never-ending cycle, but it takes a little fortitude, takes some resistance, and I want to encourage you, take some grit. And so on this Friday here, it's kind of funny. We just got a couple more. Oops, now they're going to get hit by more cars here again. So anyway, I think we got one more Monday, and then it's the eclipse time. And here in Salem, we're right in the middle of the path of totality. And so they're expecting 1 million people into a state that only has 4 million to begin with. And so it's going to be interesting here come that August 21st, and I'll probably have a little bit more on that next week. But so continue on, push through those things when there's resistance. You've got it within you. You just got to muster it up and show your grit and get through it. So have a great weekend. We're off to do some more things this weekend. And I just want to remind you that together, our potential is infinite. Thanks a lot, and I'll talk to you guys soon.